I got a Madden game to play, man. I'm just trying to fact that you real quick.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll go again with ETN. Uses the spin, and he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched the ball last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention. Because
like that, chill. I like that, chill.
So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On second down, a run with ETN. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Hey, everything I'm looking for.
One of the best in the league. Here come Magic from Los Angeles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything to hold on to it. But a nice nice play defensively, and now it brings up
He threw it to the wrong dude. He was wide open.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Now here's Ross.
Yeah.
Good
Game ball, nigga.
Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Oh, he got Malik Willis.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of
Yeah, we're
scrimmage.
playing him just like we played the Ravens.
No play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive
No,
end,
lost him by 3.
quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their
He got
job
Malik
is.
Willis.
And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Shit. He might do that on me.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The shotgun snap to Willis. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Lions at 9-2 to start play. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he is met in his tracks by
Lewis calm, baby. We got to get him in these 3rd down situations. That's it.
That was well played there defensively.
Let's get him in these 3rd down situations. We got Malik Willis.
Which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef.
Detroit. That's the dangerous part.
That's exactly what happened.
What?
A loss resulted.
To the side.
Come on, Griffin.
Catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
I'm wrong.
Passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Now left side on the swing pass. And in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift.
What? Y'all just caught.
14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Lawrence to throw. There's Manhurst. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's got room. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very solid gain of 27. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 36, Willis got a man open. It's Ross. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Touchdown, Detroit! Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Come on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, and again the ETN. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Play action. Here's Willis. And this is incomplete. Trying to find Jameson Williams, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I think you could have scanned downfield forever.
No, I really can't get nothing going.
Available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They go play action with Willis. That's to the sideline and complete. A nifty job to make the catch, but the throw took him right out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jameson Williams, 52 yards. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, heading out to the
stuck on his own cock on my string. Y'all see me? Yeah, on my string, sucking his own cock. He's a cornball. He's a cornball. That's what he lived for. Let him go. That's what he lived for.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession.
This is what he lived for.
You hear me? Teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Fuck!
Put this shit. And the Lions force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. They go play action with Willis. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Willis. Complete to right. There's some space here. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a real struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Coming up at halftime, we'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Well, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Luke Farrell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line.
Hurt that bitch ass nigga.
Field position. They'll start at the 32. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 2nd and 13, Willis. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Fucking love a Luacon in real life.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Let's get something going here, Trevor. Fuck this nigga. Let's play Trevor ball.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. That caught by Manhertz. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Finds the open target, Arnold. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the 17, Lawrence. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
We're going to rumble. We're going to rumble.
So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the
He had me up 21-9. It's 21-14.
Down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA
Gonna come in my chat like a cornball.
Coach.
Came in a game and he was on the stream talking about y'all see what I'm y'all see what I'm doing.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Hit this nigga, fellas. Hit this nigga. Hit him.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. And
good tackle. Good tackle. Get this fucking ball back right now. Get the ball back.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. A solid stiff arm. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Malik Willis. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in.
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. Takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Extra point by Batchley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Now as they line up and kick this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. On play action, Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Man open, here is Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu.
And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Sliding out of the pocket. Wright's got it. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and 3rd and 8 now.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Play action, Willis.
Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He finds his man complete. That's right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
This is Swift on the counter. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
70 Timberwolves, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
From the 45 on second down, Willis. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. He's got room at the 30, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. A big play there on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On the option to give to Swift here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Willis now off the play fake. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On first down, right back to ETN. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. ETN once more. It's a room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "What was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Throw left side complete to Ingram. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Should have ran with it then, center. Shit.
The situation changes a bit now. 1st and goal from back at the 10. Now Lawrence being chased out left. his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 10 yards out. And the Jags have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try to rise up and overcome it.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
On the set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
3rd down, it's Willis.
He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away,
yes.
and off it goes.
Fuck yes.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
On the double.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter.
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
In motion goes the tight end. To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lasted one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's going to be
That nigga can't
intercepted
even
for the
punch
3rd
it.
time thus
That's just
far.
wrong.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. Fetch and return for a Lions touchdown. start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On second down, Etienne once more.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging right on the football now. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is set away. Ross on the return. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming games.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
Hey, that's
a lot of the guys already
that's
started to
off
think
ball
about, okay, how
pass
do we put this
pulling.
behind us and get better for the next time out. This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards the pickup there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
76 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
They'll get this out to Etienne. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
To throw again on second down, Lawrence. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And now they're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. A final shot now for Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions come up with a late turnover. And it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially